What's up, John? How you doing?
Good. How you doing?
Good, good.
I ran into the office this morning because I've got my MAPS coaching and other coaching calls I did this morning. I was looking for peace and quiet from the dogs, and wouldn't you know, my monitors are not working.
Oh,
So
that's great.
I'm wondering if my video card blew up. So the computer turns on. I just have nothing at the monitors. So
Hmm,
I'm gonna be doing all this with dogs today.
that's
Yeah.
cool. That works. Oh my gosh, T. Barron
I'm gonna.
is alive and well. We wondered if she was still recovering from her birthday celebration. I think it may have just ended like 30 minutes ago. It looks like
I did. I survived, Tony.
you survived. Yeah. Were you even like alive yesterday for Labor Day?
It was kind of a blur. I had a bunch of my house guests leave, so I'm down to my last one. So say hi, Morgan.
Hi, Morgan. Is
According to
Morgan
Denny-
role playing? Is Morgan taking the place for T today and role playing?
Denny said my friends are pretty.
Of course he did. Oh my goodness. Well, good. I'm glad you had an amazing time. Sorry, I was not
I
there.
missed you.
Yeah, daddy duty was in full effect on Sunday. And I don't think it would have been smart to have my kids around. That sounds like the craziness.
Did it get crazy more?
No,
It didn't get crazy.
she was perfectly well behaved.
I was perfectly well behaved. There's pictures that look like it got out of hand, but that's
Oh.
just pictures.
That's right. Well,
The guy that-
I also have no tolerance anymore. You give me like 2 drinks and I'm like done now. So, it's okay.
Such a cheap date.
I know I am such a cheap date now, but it makes up with my wife having the craziest tolerance. So, it evens out. Anyway, let's see. We have everyone physically on. 6 participants now. That's good.
Looks like we're still waiting on Gio, Kristen, and Junior.
Okay, that's all good. Well, we can get started while waiting for people to log on. Welcome everybody to Tuesdays with Tony. I am your host, Tony the Tiger. That was for T. Anyway, I hope everybody had an amazing Labor Day weekend. That being said, did anybody have any situations come up, any questions come up, situations that anybody was wondering how they would have dealt with or dealt better or anything of the sorts that they were hoping to go over today? Other than just curing a hangover from tea, but other than that, no, nothing. Okay. Sounds like a very exciteful weekend.
Tony, why don't you give us something that you experienced then?
My experience. Wow. I don't feel like I get stumped on anything anymore. No, I'm just kidding. No, well, if nobody has anything, I will make up something. Absolutely. So let's stick with the people I like, sellers. And let's do this. Okay, so T is going to be the agent. We're going to help cure this hangover by having her start off strong. And Susan is going to be the seller. We're going to be in the listing appointments. We've already gotten there. We've already gone through the house. We are sitting down and kind of just going through with some of the newer agents now. I think some people still are wondering, how to go over like pricing and things like that. I just kind of want to make sure we're all on the same page as far as objection handling and things, and kind of just finalizing getting the listing. And then again, if there's anything that anybody feels like they've been experiencing or not sure how they would answer, whether it be price or whether it be they're interviewing other agents or anything like that, we are happy to go over that here today. So T, I will let you pick the objection. or T, I'm sorry, you're the agent. So you don't get to pick the objection. Susan can pick the objection. T, you're just going to close for the business, and we'll see what Susan wants to come up with today.
So,
Yes.
yeah, I've been with you and, kind of look at everything, but, what price are you going to put coming in around, the price that the other agents gave me too?
Ooh, I like that.
Susan, you were cutting out for me a little bit. So you said you want me to match the price that some other agents gave you. Is that correct?
What I said was, basically gonna, come up with a price and, I want to make sure that it's going to be about the same price that other agents have given me.
Okay. So other than the price, Susan, is there anything else that's keeping us from moving forward together today?
Well, no, it's just making sure that you're going to price my home correctly.
Okay, perfect. Well, Susan, what price is it that you wanted to list your home at?
Well, I really don't know. That's your job. You're the professional.
That's true.
Number in mind, but I kind of want to see if you're able to come up with the same number. Come up in the same area I am.
Would you mind sharing with me that number, Susan?
Well, it's going to be in the 400s at least.
Okay, so if we agree right now to list your house in at least the 400s, would you go ahead and move forward with me today?
I think about it. Yeah.
Okay, so what is that number?
Well, see, that's what I want you to tell me. I want to make sure you're doing your homework because all the agents came in and gave me a number. So, I want to make sure that you're doing your homework like they did.
Okay, did you like the number they gave you?
Some of them I didn't.
I'm not going to give you a number. I'm just going to show you what the market has shown, where sales have been, which is in the past, and what's available active on the market right now. And then you can tell me how you feel like your home compares to those. How about that?
Okay.
I can't tell you what to list your house at, but what I can tell you is when we do expose it to the market will tell us if we have it priced right. Does that make sense?
Well, I guess, but it's still kind of a crazy market. So I still kind of feel like I can get a really good price for my house.
Okay, so why don't we go ahead and get this paperwork out of the way, get your house listed, and we can see what the market says to that price.
Well, what price is that? You haven't given it to me yet.
Well, here are the past sales, Susan. Here are the homes that are actively on the market. These are pending. Where do you think your house sits in comparison to these?
No, it's better than those houses. So I think it's got to be at least $10,000 more than those.
Okay, so this is at 450. You say yours is 460 then?
Well, yeah, at least.
Okay,
I've got-
465.
That's about a good number about what they were coming in with. Yeah.
Okay, so if we'd agree to list your house for 465, are you ready, prepared to move forward right now?
Well, are you going to be able to guarantee me that it'll sell at 465? Because those other realtors guaranteed me.
Oh, that's interesting. How did they guarantee you that they would get 465?
Good question.
They told me that, they're going to work hard. They're going to advertise it in all these different websites and, that they are going to make sure that I get my asking price for it.
How do they make sure of that?
I don't know. That's their.
Did they explain to you how they're going to guarantee it? Because the market is the one that dictates what you're going to get. The buyers are going to be the ones, not your real estate agent.
What do you mean?
Well, it's not up to the agent how much you get for your house. The buyer, it's how much a buyer is willing to pay for it, right? Not how much an agent is willing to tell you they can get for it.
Well, I mean, I guess I figured if I list my house at 465, that's what I'm going to sell it for.
That it has happened like that, but what if it doesn't?
I don't know. I mean, like I said, those other agents told me they could guarantee it. So I don't know why it wouldn't sell.
Susan, what do you, are you looking to net a certain number with this 465 or whatever?
Yeah, I've got to get a certain amount out of the house in order to purchase my new house.
And how much is that?
I need to net at least 300,000.
What did you pay for your house?
We bought it for 250,000.
And how much do you have in equity?
We paid off our mortgage.
Oh, okay. So you don't, so Susan, I know that you said you'd like to get 465. Based on that math I just did kind of quickly in my head, you don't have to get 465 to get the 300 that you need out. Is that correct?
No, I don't have to, but I'd really like to have the extra money to, do some extra things with my grandkids.
Yeah, that makes sense. How soon are you planning on moving?
As soon as I get the house sold.
So let's not hold that up anymore, huh? How about we get this stuff signed and get your house on the market? What do you think?
Sure.
I think Susan quit.
You think I
Never
would?
give up.
I asked for the close 1,000 times.
That's right. That's right. T, mic drop. That was a great job. Good job. Susan was a good seller there. She definitely kept you on your toes there. Susan, what feedback do you have for that?
I think that she was good. She kept to the point, and the explanation about why the realtors couldn't guarantee me a price. The market is going to, the market is going to dictate the price.
Mm-hmm. Yep, exactly. For those of you that may or may not have heard, like T, she never went in and gave a price. So that is the biggest thing that we stress to all the agents is do not go and give a price when you're on the listing presentation. Because also notice, I'm willing to bet that none of those people actually use the word guarantee when a seller says that to you. They probably never said, I guarantee I'm going to get you this price. They just said, here, we're going to list it here, like T had said, and we're going to do everything we can to get you that price, right? Like, what does that mean, guarantee? And at the end of the day, it's we don't know until we expose your house to the market. We're either guessing or we're lying, right? And so T did a great job where, it's like, listen, here you go. You want me to tell you a price? Well, let's take a look at the market together and let's come up with that, right? It's like, here you go. Here's your past sales. Here's the actives, and a lot of situations now that we're looking at where Susan made the comment that the market is doing really well. That's where you can kind of show, notice these past sales before, right? We're selling in 2 days, 5 days, 7 days, whatever. Notice the actives now, which we're starting to see more, all of a sudden they've all been on for 3, 4, 6, 8 weeks, right? What is that? What are you noticing? The days on market is going up longer. You're noticing the prices are starting to go down, right? Because those are good things that you can point out when you're sitting down. If you've seen all of them either listed for less now than where the sales were before, or if they're listed in that same range that they're not selling like they used to, And so those are things to where sellers that we sit down with, some of them, yes, still think that the market is fantastic. And it's not that it is bad. Things are still selling, but it is definitely much more competitive, and the market is definitely making a turn, as we all know, right? And sometimes the proof is in the data when we sit down, and those are the things that we have to show, as opposed to most agents we're up against, right? They say they're going to put on the websites and blah, 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 and let's list at this price, but there's no real data, no real meaning behind it, right? The seller just thinks that this is what they're going to get. So T did a really good job first of not being bottled down into the price, of strictly turning it into the motivation of, well, what is it that you're looking for? What is it that you're looking to do? What is your timeline, right? Because that's obviously, what's going to do it. Logic makes them think, as we always say, emotion makes them act, right? So T, that was a great job.
Thanks, Tony.
I was going to say, I read your lips of thank you since you were on mute. All right. So moving on. Oh, let's see here. Ooh, I see Hannah's on the call today. I think we need to get Hannah's feet wet. let's have T be the seller, and we're going to have Hannah Youngblood be the agent. But I feel like the tiger is going to come out and she's going to kill it. Okay.
I'm the
Hannah,
agent.
Are you ready?
Yes, I'm the agent.
Yes, you are going to be the agent and T is going to be the seller. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So same thing. We're at the listing appointment. You've already kind of gone through who DGT is and how you're a firecracker and you're going to do a great job for her, blah, blah, blah. And you're basically asking her, is she ready to sign with you?
Okay.
Okay.
Hi T.
Hey,
How are we doing?
great, thanks.
Amazing. So we've already got everything established as far as listing your property at, we went through the 3 different outcomes of what we think would work best for your home. Following with that, are you still comfortable with that price, listing it at that price?
Yeah, that price is fine.
Okay, perfect. And
Just close.
have already gone through the signing? Okay.
No, we're closing. You're closing to try to get the listing right now. And she's going to give you an objection.
Okay.
It says, are you ready to move forward?
Okay. Are you ready to move forward?
Yeah, and thank you so much for coming out, Hannah. I talked to a couple other agents already, like I told you I was gonna do, and they are willing to lower their commission. So I was just gonna see, if you would meet that, then I would go with you.
Okay. Other than speaking with other agents and with them lowering their commission, is there any other reason you wouldn't want to move forward today?
No, I like you. You're cute as a button. You seem nice, like a real tiger. Go get her.
Oh, thank you. All right. So if that's, I'm sorry, breaking
You've already
this really quick.
isolated.
That's something
You
that
said
we do
other
not have to.
Yeah, you already said that you already isolated the commission. You said, would you move forward other than that? And she said yes. So
Yes.
now we need to isolate in the commission. So what is it that she's
Okay.
wanting? Right? Is she more worried about the commission amount, or is she worried more about what she's going to net in her pocket? Right?
Okay. Okay. Other than your concern, is it more so a concern of the commission itself that I'd be receiving, or is it something that is there a number amount that you're looking to net?
Yeah, I just want to, other people are paying, are just getting like 4.5%. So I don't know why I would pay more to do the same job.
4.5%.
Tony's walking out.
Okay, so what I receive as commission isn't necessarily your concern here. It's more so the percentage. Is that what I'm taking from that?
Yeah, I just feel like if it can be done for, like, why would I pay more when I can pay less?
Okay. Well, if your home does sell for what you're asking for, does my commission really matter?
Yes, because it will sell for what I'm asking for, no matter if you sell it or the other person. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was a good point there, Hannah. Just think of a better way to word that in there, because the way you just said it is, if you list it for the same as what the other agents are listing it for, yes, it would matter, right?
Okay.
It's
So if I can
better.
get
It's
you-
like, but if I can show you how I can get you top dollar for the house, right? Then does it matter what the commission is at that point? If I can show you how I can get you more money in your pocket. Because it's like anybody can list a house for a low price and it can sell tomorrow, right? But it's going to take a great agent to get you top dollar and get more money in your pocket, right? So if I can show you how I can get you top dollar, then is the commission even relevant, right?
How are you going to get me top dollar? How will you
Am
get
I
me
in
top
this one?
dollar?
Mhm.
So just said as we discussed, I'll be able to market your home for you. Isn't it everything that DGT offers? Didn't we already go through that though?
Mhm.
Okay.
Um,
So just as we had spoken
yeah.
about in the beginning of the listing appointment, sorry, am I going the right route?
Yeah. Keep
Okay.
going.
Just
Keep going.
as we had spoken about in the beginning of the listing appointment, there's many ways that we're going to be able to market your home and advertise it to the public. Other than if I can get you that top dollar amount that all of the other agents are, no. If I can get you that top dollar amount, is my commission even relevant? I don't think that was how you, sorry.
You're on the right track.
Okay.
You're on the right track.
What's
What
more
am I missing
important
here?
to me? What's more important to me? What I net or what I pay in commission?
Mm-hmm.
What is more important to you? What you net or what you pay in commission?
Aren't they like the same? I mean, the more I pay in commission, don't I net less?
Not necessarily. I mean, if you're getting top dollar for your home, would the commission amount that I receive, regardless of the percentage, matter? If you were to net top dollar, would my commission matter, or would my commission be relevant?
I guess not. I mean, yeah, no.
Okay. So if I can get you that top dollar amount and keep my commission as is, are you willing to move forward?
Yeah, as long as if I don't get that amount, you'll still lower your commission so I can get the amount that I need, right?
Well, we can talk about that after we acknowledge, after you sign with me. Is that how you would word it?
Yeah,
can speak about that
yeah, you
after.
can always bring that up to me later. We'll cross that bridge when we come.
Okay.
No,
We'll cross that
we
bridge
wouldn't
when we
put it that way, but I like it.
You wouldn't say that?
Let's circle. For now, it's a hard no, but we'll circle back.
Well, there's always multiple ways you can handle, or whether they say multiple ways to skin a cat. So here, first off, right, guys, let's go back to before COVID and things, right? Where in a normal traditional real estate market, where the average real estate market homes are selling like 90 to 93% of the listing price on average, right? So if on average homes are selling like for 7 to 10% less than the listing price, right? That means a lot of people are either not pricing their homes correctly when they're putting it on the market, or maybe even like you're saying here, that the agents aren't doing a great job in the perspective, right? So if we're averaging 98%, right? Or okay, we might be charging in what your circumstance is here, 1.5% more. Well, that's a much smaller difference than 10% selling the house for, right? So just my point is that just because the commission is more doesn't mean you're netting more in your pocket, right? You can always buy something for less. That doesn't mean you got a better deal. Another example to seeing is we're all starting to see like builders and things starting to offer bonuses, right? They're all starting to get back to the basics of 3% commissions. A lot are starting to offer bonuses again. Sometimes what I'll even do is I'll even pull up the community, or if the seller mentions it to me on the phone, a lot of times if their commission is going to come up in person, they're going to ask you over the phone what your commission is. And then our answer to that is, oh, that's a great question. We actually have a flexible commission plan that ranges from 2 to 6%, which I'll be happy to go over when I come over to your house. Okay. And so sometimes I'll pull that up and I'll even see, that's an interesting point that you brought up, T. What's even more interesting is the fact that, every home that's on the market right now, or and you can even say if they sold, if that was still the case when the sales were there, is that every single one is at 3%, which means 6%, because most people it's 50-50. So 3% to the listing agent side, 3% to the buyer's agent side. So I want you to put yourself in a buyer's agent's shoes, right? I'm doing a search for my buyers. Okay. And I just put up your community and I can see that I can show any one of your neighbors' houses and make 3%, or I can show your house and make 2.5%. Which one am I more likely going to want to show? Now, most will say, oh, okay, So I get it. So that 0.5% difference, or in T's case, is a much bigger difference. Most of them will probably ask you for like a 5% commission, which would be a 1% discount. Okay. Or if it was 4, 1 and 1. But is it really worth it to you to possibly lose out on a sale over 1%? I mean, let's put that in perspective. Okay. C said, forgive me, I might be mixing up the role plays here. 450,000. That might have been the last role play, but let's just assume that was the number. Well, it's like, how much is that, right? For 1%, $4,500. Is it worth possibly losing a buyer over $4,500? You know, and I can guarantee you that if you go a few weeks and that happens, you're going to be reducing the price a lot more than $4,500. You know, it's, you talk about marketing the home to, you want top dollar and you want the agent to do the best possible job. Well, that includes photography, that includes the advertisement, but you know what? That also includes commission, because you know who is the first person to see your house for sale? A lot of times is the real estate agent. And it's the real estate agent that's then sending it to their buyers. So do you want that chance of them discounting and not sending your house out and just pushing it to the side and pushing all of your neighbors first over yours, because they're going to get a bonus for the same amount of work? And so sometimes it's just breaking it down, just saying, it's like, listen, it's 1%. How much is 1%?
Tony wants to get all of people's emotions.
Yes. Motion makes a Mac. Put themselves in those shoes. I have gotten it time and time again where it is almost never an issue once you just kind of break it down. Again, especially when you start getting into the higher price points. I feel like sometimes people feel the need when you start getting into luxury that, oh, it's more higher end. I need to discount my commission because I'm making more. A lot of times it's the opposite. It's the people that are more in the luxury end, they don't care about a small difference. You tell them like $1 million house, right? So many people right off the bat say, all right, I'll do it for 5%. Why? Why wouldn't you do it for 6%? To them, it's like, what is it, $10,000? They're like, oh, shoot, to get top dollar, it's like $10,000. Whatever, that's fine. And again, because that's such a minor difference in their eyes, you know? So it's like, don't be afraid, like, know what you're worth. Go in and it's like, listen, I'm going to do a great job for you. You know, we know how to get you top dollar. I can guarantee you that. I don't know what it is today, but I guarantee and I know how to find it. Right. And that's through this process. So, okay. Hannah, that was a good job. That was a good job. I am proud of you. You are coming along and you are learning very, very quickly. You are doing good. Okay. We have 4 minutes left. Any last minute questions or anything like that about any other objections anybody's having an issue with, or questions on what we've gone over so far? Don't everybody jump at once. Okay, so we're going to do one more quick role play. I see Gio has made it on the call, and I see Slim Shady. She's there. She's driving. She's not doing her makeup, so that's good. That probably helps. So Hannah, you are going to be the seller now, and Gio is going to be the agent. And Gio is going to ask you for the business real quick, and you're going to give her an objection.
Can I actually intervene with a question really
What?
quick? I'm so sorry. Can I intervene with a question really quick?
Yeah.
So I had a lead this weekend, and they don't really have a focus on what area they want to be in. They just know it's somewhere in Southwest Florida. How do I try and find how do I ask the question of what would be a proper location for them? Because they're not necessarily looking for like waterfront, beachfront, beach access. They don't want a pool in the backyard. They just want to be in a gated community, but nothing else really from there. I don't really have any criteria aside from square footage and wants to be in a community.
Okay. Gio, how would you answer that?
Well, Hannah, you said that you want to be in Southwest Florida. Do you have any particular area in mind, or an area that you have visited before that you would love to live in?
Never visited Florida, and I'm from New Jersey, so no. Isn't that something that you should be able to help me with?
Well, I can certainly help you find homes in the area that you want to be in. I would just need more to know more about what you're looking for. So what is it that you're looking for?
Well, I know I want to be in a gated community. I would like access relatively close distance to where I live, where I can grocery shop, maybe a little boutique nearby, coffee nearby, something that's walking distance. I want between 13 to 1,800 square feet, 1-story ranch style home. That's pretty much the extent of it. That's all I know right now.
Okay. And I suppose you have a budget for this. What is that you don't want to go over from?
500,000.
Okay. Okay, so I have a few communities that I think they will be a good fit for you. When are you coming down, or how are you looking to buy this property?
When I find a property that I like, or a particular city that I like, I'll be willing to come down here. Fly down.
Okay, so I'm gonna be previewing the homes for you, and then you're gonna come down when you see something you like?
Yes. I want you to do a video walkthrough for me, and then I want, if I find a home that I truly enjoy, then I will get on a flight and I will come here.
Okay, and what is your timeline to do this, Hannah?
By the end of the year. I'd prefer to be here by January, but stipulation, I do want to be able to rent the house out while I'm not here. I only want to live there 6 months out of the year.
Okay, good. So you're looking to do a minimum of one lease a year, right? It could be for 6 months.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, great. Well, I have a few communities in mind that I can send to your email. I have all your contact information, I imagine. And so Hannah, I can preview the homes for you. The only thing that I would ask from you is, after we went over our buyer presentation and everything else, I can preview the homes for you. I will only require for you to sign or preferred buyer program that I explained to you before, in case you decide to buy something here or in the area that I serve. We are a big team too, so we have agents all over the world. So if you decide to buy in some other area, I can refer you to a great agent like me that will help you to find a dream home. Would that be okay with you?
That sounds perfect.
Okay. All right, we can call
Okay,
it time there,
awesome.
because I know it's 9 o'clock. No,
Thank you.
yeah, that was good. Gio, going over to loyalty, and because I would definitely not want to, especially if you've never come down here before, start driving around and previewing a bunch of homes for someone that has not been here without a loyalty agreement like that. The other option, she could even once Gio starts sending property to see what is it that she likes, to see if there's anything that's of interest. As we all know, the best properties sell first, right? And they don't last, still in this shifting market. And so if you're going to wait for the right property to come on the market, chances are by the time you get down here, it'll be gone, because you and everybody else are out there looking for a great deal, especially under 500,000. Gio asked a really good question up front, because if you're not getting much information as far as the area, the second you know the price point may dictate the area and where they're going to be, right? And so that you already know the areas that are 100% out right now when you say 500,000, especially if it's a single family home, so those are really good questions to see. And then you can obviously go into motivation. Is there anything else that you're looking for as far as schools, certain amenities, or anything like that, to try to narrow down that criteria? You can kind of help them with. A lot of times I'll even have the MLS up and I'll start setting up the search while I have them on the phone, just to make sure I'm not forgetting something. And I'll kind of go through, hey, what minimum beds, all that basic stuff. Yes. But then, hey, is there any specific amenities you want me to check off here to see, stuff like that. And again, we can talk more about it too. later. But nope, that was good. Excellent. All right, guys. Well, thank you for joining in today. Tomorrow is Wednesdays with 1. And yep, everyone be careful out there. Don't hesitate to call me if you need anything or any questions.
Thanks, Tony.
Thanks,
Thank you,
guys.
Tony.
Have a
Bye.
good day.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thanks, Tony.